She texted, leaving you for a real alpha. Her alpha was arrested within a month. She begged to come back. I was dating a prosecutor by then. She texted me saying she was leaving me for a real alpha male. I replied, good luck. Her alpha was arrested within a month for steroids, domestic violence, and tax evasion. She begged to come back. By then, I was dating a prosecutor. My ex-girlfriend Hannah and I were together for 2 years. I'm an accountant. I work at a mid-sized firm. I wear button-downs. I drive a sedan. And the most exciting thing about my weekends is trying a new recipe or going for a long run. I'm not flashy. I've never pretended to be. Hannah used to say she liked that about me. She said I was stable. She said I made her feel safe. She said I was the first man she'd dated who remembered her coffee order and showed up on time. That lasted about a year and a half before she started following influencer accounts that talked about high-value men and what women deserve. She'd send me clips of guys revving sports cars and flexing in mirrors. She'd say things like, you should hit the gym more or you'd look better with a tan. I ignored it at first, then it got worse. She started comparing me out loud to random men. She'd see a guy at a restaurant and say, see how he carries himself? That's confidence. I'd be sitting right there. I'd say, I'm right here, Hannah. She'd roll her eyes. One night she came home from a work happy hour and sat on the bed. She said she'd met someone. His name was Rex. Yes, Rex. She said Rex was everything I wasn't. He was tall, muscular, drove a blacked out truck, owned his own gym, and had the kind of energy that filled a room. She said he was a real alpha male. Then she texted it to me from the other room like she needed it in writing. I'm leaving you for a real alpha. You're a nice guy, but nice doesn't excite me anymore. I sat on the couch reading that text while she packed a bag in the bedroom. She left that night. I didn't chase her. I said, good luck. She didn't respond. The first 2 weeks without her were quiet. I didn't spiral. I didn't beg. I cleaned the apartment, rearranged the furniture, and went back to my routine. My friends took me out a couple of times. I started running longer distances. I downloaded a meal prep app and started cooking for the week on Sundays. I was fine. More than fine. I was lighter. Then the news about Rex started coming in. Week 1. A mutual friend told me Rex had been arrested for illegal possession of anabolic steroids. Turns out the gym physique wasn't natural, and he'd been selling to clients on the side. An undercover operation caught him. Week 2. Rex got out on bail. 3 days later, police were called to his apartment for a domestic disturbance. Neighbors reported screaming. Rex was charged with assault. Hannah wasn't the victim that night, but from what I heard through mutual friends, she was in the apartment when it happened. She saw the real alpha up close, and it wasn't a flex video on Instagram. It was a man throwing furniture while someone called the cops. Week 3. The IRS filed a lien against Rex's gym. He hadn't paid taxes in 2 years. The gym was operating under a fraudulent LLC. His accounts were frozen. The real alpha male was a steroid dealer with a violent streak and a tax problem. That's who she left me for. In the middle of all this, I met someone. A woman named Adrian, who came into my firm for a consultation. She's a prosecutor. Criminal law. She's sharp, calm, and the kind of person who listens before she speaks. We got coffee after the consultation, then dinner the following week. She ordered a whiskey neat and asked me about municipal bond accounting for 45 minutes. I knew by the end of the appetizer that I was in trouble. By week 4, we were seeing each other regularly. Hannah called me on a Tuesday night. She was crying. She said Rex was in jail again. She said she'd made a mistake. She said she missed the stability, the quiet nights, the person who made her feel safe. She asked if she could come home. I said, this isn't your home anymore. She said, I know I messed up. I know I said terrible things, but you're the only good thing I've ever had. I said, you told me nice doesn't excite you. Go find someone exciting. She asked if I was seeing someone. I said, yes. She asked who. I said, a prosecutor. She went quiet. Then she said, of course you are. I said, what does that mean? She said, you always land on your feet. I said, I didn't land anywhere. I just kept walking after you left. She hung up. She texted me a few more times over the following weeks. I didn't respond. Last I heard, she moved in with a friend and started working at a clothing store. Rex is awaiting trial on multiple charges. Adrienne and I have been together for 5 months now. She came over last Saturday and we cooked dinner together. Nothing fancy. Pasta, salad, a glass of wine. She doesn't need me to be loud or muscular or exciting. She needs me to be honest, present, and consistent. She said, this is perfect. I said, yeah, it is. Hannah wanted an alpha. She got a felon. I kept being myself and got someone who actually knows what strength looks like. It doesn't rev engines. It files taxes on time and shows up when it says it will.